We're here from the OSBGL. There's the three of us, myself.
Garret.
Yeah, got it on camera. Ed.
And Don.
And Don. We're here to go to the Ottawa War That Burns. I think what's the tournament called?
War in the East.
War in the East. We're going here to the War in the East tournament, and it's 500 points. But before we get to that, let's first talk about our living conditions today. Don, do you want to give us a brief rundown of where this place is?
Yeah, we're in the woods.
Yeah,
in the winter.
In the woods.
We had snow today. It's cold here.
Yeah.
It's not winterized.
Yeah.
No, we got the electric heaters going. It'll be all right in another 5 or 6 hours.
Well, we wake up to leave tomorrow. It'll be nice and toasty.
I remember the first thing I was told: make sure you bring a sleeping bag. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Went out and bought one just for this.
Yeah.
We were hoping the propane stove would be good to go, but the tank is empty, so we'll have to rough it out.
Yeah.
All right. So
this is the price you pay in order to save the hotel expense.
Hey, this is big money. This is big money. So you got to do what you got to do. So anyways, the War in the East is a 500-point no magic tournament. That means all spellcasters and spellcaster types are banned, and if you take allies, both the allied warbands and the main warband have to be maxed out. Troop-wise. So you have to run your 12 soldiers and your warband leader.
Independents are allowed to be by themselves, obviously, because of the way the warband works. But
independents are good, and
I can see your breath.
I know.
That's how cold it is. Right?
That is really how cold it is.
We're Canadian, though. It's fine. It's not that cold.
I don't normally put my feet up on the table, but it's to keep it off the floor because it's so cold right now.
I'm like using a cushion to keep mine warm. But yeah, no, it's a little different with the no magic thing. There's rules about no special rules too in the movement phase where anything that could be considered magic can't be used. So it's going to be different. I'm happy and excited.
I'm normally used to a ring wraith heavy league. Ring wraith heavy tournaments. Now we won't see any ring wraiths, no spellcasters, so we're going back to the old school bows and lots of infantry. And that was the other change to this event, is that there's no custom missions. It's all direct from the rule book, old school style. We say old school because we've been doing custom missions all year. This has really been the league season of custom mission after custom missions. So it's kind of refreshing to go way back to, I think when we first started the league, we were playing with no one was really taking spellcasters because no one really knew how really good they were, and people were just cramming in as many infantry as they possibly could. Yeah. So it's kind of cool that way.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to go against our usual meta of ring wraith and Galadriel heavy lists. You won't see any of that. So we're going back to. I imagine we'll see lots of. All cav or heavy cav contingent lists. Be a lot of shooting, I would imagine.
Yep.
And I imagine there'll be a lot of horde there as well.
Yep. So to start off our lists, since we're talking about all cav and shooting, why don't we talk about Garret's list?
Hey.
Taking Rivendell Knights. 2 captains with warbands each. One has 6 models. They all have shields, and the other warband is 7 models, all with shields, and one of them has a banner. So it's 15 models, and it's all about shooting and charging.
It's got everything you need for this. For this tournament.
The missions are designed that cavalry will be good, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm predicting 50-50 from you.
Very doable. I mean, let's be honest, all of the spellcasters have all of the archery protection bubbles. So because they're actually they're all banned, there's no archery protection. Yep. So this is the perfect time to bring it. Yeah. And a lot of the horde armies we'll see here are all defense 5, which falls right into those strength 3 elven bows wheelhouses. So Don, do you want to take us through yours and your horde list?
Sure. It's Isengard, pure Isengard, based around a 12. Well, actually, I went with 11, but 11 Urukai crossbow pike, and then I have one other Dunlanding with bow, just because I have a Dunlanding contingent and Orc contingent, and just because for 500 points you can't take 3 full warbands of Urukai. There's not enough points. So, and I have 3 named characters: Lurtz, Sharku, and Vrasku.
Sharku's on war?
So no, not on war.
Foot.
Didn't have the points. Actually, I was going to take another 60-point Urukai leader, but in the end didn't have enough time to get them painted, and plus I wanted to upgrade a few of my other troops, so I dropped them down to Sharku and put the points back into my troops. So, a lot of orcs, a lot of orcs with shields. Dunlanding with a mixture of weaponry, and then Urukai, a few scouts with shields. It's basically a horde based around shooting and pikes. And
how many shots do you have? How many pikes do you have? Or sorry, crossbows do you have?
11 crossbows plus Vrasku, so 12, 13 shots, and then 1 bow with him and another bow on alerts.
Oof.
So it's a lot of shooting. Hopefully, take down some cav, and I also have 3 warg riders as well, just to throw into combats to take away cav bonuses.
Yeah, some would say that's almost a good counter to Rivendell Knights.
Yeah, almost too good.
As long as I get 1 volley of shooting off, I'll be good.
Well, my list is a mixture of Isengard and Angmar. And it's Vrasku and an Orc captain with no upgrades. And I think it's 8 crossbow pike Urukai, 1 feral Urukai, 1 Urukai with a shield, 14 orcs with assortments of spears and shields, and then a shade with 12 more orcs with spears and shields.
Yeah.
And there is actually a banner on one of the Urukai with pike and crossbow. Took the banner because To the Death is one of the missions, and I'd like to be able to play that mission where I can actually sit back and shoot my opponent.
So you're playing a shade in the one tournament where he cannot be banished.
That is correct. I thought, why not?
Nice.
And my army has 39 models. It's going to be hard to break.
3 wounds, defense
3 wounds,
8.
defense 8.
He's your general.
He's of course my leader. Yeah, he's my leader. So he beats Vrasku. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Well, you know what? At least he didn't take the Goblin King. You could have taken the Goblin King. So
I'm sure we'll see him there.
I'm sure we will. But I figured I'd take the shade because the -1 to the dual rolls is huge.
Definitely.
And with orcs being only fight 3, kind of at a disadvantage there.
So how many people do you figure we'll see there? Like this is the farthest afield tournament we've ever had. It's 5 hours away from where our normal sort of heart of our league is in the Toronto area. So this is in Ottawa. So what kind of turnout do you think we're going to see? It'll be fairly low, I think.
I know there was there's at least 11 people signed up.
Like prepaid?
Prepaid. Well, or said they were going to pay the day of.
Yeah.
Who knows? We haven't had a tournament out this far, so we don't know if there's any Ottawa players or from the Kingston area or around the area here, right? It's.
I hope I'm going to be pleasantly surprised, and we get a lot of Ottawa players come out, and hopefully just play their first tournament, and maybe we can see if we can drive up the community here. You know what I mean? Almost make it sort of like a sub community. That would be great.
Yeah.
And then that way we can have maybe 16, ideally 18 people at this tournament. But that's me hoping. I'm being a hopeful optimist on this.
Yeah, it'd be great if we could max out the people and then I don't have to play either of you guys.
I know that Ben and Joseph, who are number 2 and number 3 in the league right now, they're going to be here. Just going to be curious to see how well they do. I feel like all of our lists would do very well against Ben's. He's bringing a lot of Cav and a lot of Arnor, and our lists sort of are very strong against that. As for Joseph, He's a bit of a wild card. I have no idea what he's bringing.
Yeah, he gives little hints, but I don't know. We think it's going to be...
Well, it was a Mumak, apparently, and
Yeah.
then maybe it looks like it's going to change. Could be Reavers.
Yeah, we'll see.
I have a feeling it's going to be Reavers spam with a shade. I'm calling it right now.
It's possible.
I'd rather have that than the Mumak only because I just hate playing against Mumaks.
Yeah, not a big fan of Mumak.
Yeah. Right on.
Okay.
I just don't like I just don't enjoy playing against a Mumak.
Why
It's not whether they're
I
really good or really bad. It's just, to me, it's, I don't know.
I find that to play against a Mumak properly, you're either hiding in difficult terrain because he can't get at you, or you purposely have brought along a cheap speed bump to just stop the Mumak. And that's really like your two easiest ways of beating it. But just having to plan for that, it's tough. It's tough.
And I didn't bring a Castellan, so.
Neither did I.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Good army can't take them. Too bad.
It's true.
Okay, well, I think that's it.
I think it is.
We're gonna
Tomorrow?
we're gonna film a video on our trek out of here, so you can all see what kind of crazy road we had to drive in on. But we'll be back tomorrow and maybe get a bit of the coverage at the game. I need to get in my sleeping bag because it's really cold. But we'll be back tomorrow and we'll show everybody what's happening. We're playing a Kessel Run games?
Yes, Kessel Run.
Kessel Run games. So
First time there.
it'll be a bit of a surprise for us.
Apparently it's a really nice venue. It's a store, obviously, but they've got a big gaming area there apparently, and I've never been, so. I know I've talked to the owner since our league started 2 years ago. He's always been very welcoming to having us come out, which is great.
Yep.
So it'll be good to finally get out there.
Yeah, I think so. One of our league members who's actually been to Kessel Run has actually said that it's probably the best gaming store he's ever seen in Ontario. Mm-hmm. So that's positive for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see. But, okay,
All right.
we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully the cabin will be warmer.
Hopefully we'll be alive.
And we can't see our breath.
And we survived the night, and it was awfully cold too. But we made it, and this is sort of a little view of the area that we are in right now. This is Don's cottage, we'll say. And this is sort of the drive we took last night. There's Garret. Hello, Garret.
Morning.
Don's in the back, but the lighting is actually pretty terrible back there, so wouldn't actually see anything. But Don, do you want to say something?
No.
Okay, Don feels like he's not very camera worthy this morning. We're off to the tournament. We will let you know how it goes later on.
Well, here we are day of. Everybody's already inside. A little bit behind with getting the camera. There you go, you got Kessel Run games there. Gonna go in the back door here to the gaming room. It's pretty neat. Lots of things going on here, lots of space. Got everybody already playing. I think there's 11 people here. This is, Don and I got paired against each other first round. Hey Don, bunch of guys there. Some more tables here.
About to start round 2 of the event. We have 12 players here in Ottawa, and I just got my opponent's draw. Be Chris O'Reilly. So we'll come back after round 2 to see how we're doing. So I got a fairly good turnout. There's Travis and Garret, Ben. Yeah. So after round 2, we'll come back and give you an update. The tournament's over. We're just about back to the cottage. We're driving down a very spooky road after being lost for a good solid hour.
And then remembering we had a GPS. Yay us!
Yeah, our hour and a half return to the cottage has turned into 2.5.